Yes, people, and welcome back to Normski TV and the What's Going On podcast. Good to see Craig in the chat. First beating my sister to it this week, and yeah, rest in peace, Steve Rowley. He was what's the name for Arsenal scout, been with them a long time, and he's gone on. So we just like to remember him at this time. So big up to Craig in the chat. You beat my sister to it. I'm gonna have to start offering out prizes now because you know what I mean. But what is? Let me know what the prices are. Please don't make it too expensive. Yeah. Listen, I've got two guests in the back room at the moment. I'm waiting for Chile to come in at the moment. But listen, without further ado, I'm gonna bring them in. First of all, let me bring in Mr. Big D and Mr. Kofi Klopp. Gentlemen, how are we doing?
I'm all right, mate.
Yeah, you're cool. Do I sound a bit delayed?
No. I think you're good. I think you're good. I was waiting for you to say Kofi or D.
Oh, listen, bro, guys, good to have you back on the show. And first of all, yeah, I am going to ask how you're doing. Craig is saying PS5 giveaway. Bro, I don't know about that, you know. Yeah, I need to get to 1,000 subscribers before I start talking about PS5 giveaway. But listen, get me to 300 subscribers on the way to that. Please send it around to as many people. And again, he's big up to the panel from Craig. Always a big supporter of this channel. I really appreciate that, Craig. But guys, first of all, Big D, how are you doing, mate?
Me, boy, I'm all right. Because I'm not emotionally invested in mess. So I had to learn that, you know, I had to learn that to protect my heart and my mind against foolishness. So, like, as much as I'm annoyed, I'm not in a vexed spirit at all. You know what I mean? I can laugh at myself and laugh at my team's mediocritiness or whatever you want to call it. And, so we move. We
move, bro.
Literally.
Listen, man. This is Arsenal therapy, Man United therapy, and possibly Tottenham therapy. But as for the bloke at the bottom of our screen, yeah, see him there. Yeah, see him there. Look at him, big smug. Look at him, yo, man, yamming his jollof fries and everything. Yeah,
all day long, all smiles. You know, it's been a fantastic time, and I'm just happy that the road is looking bright.
You're telling me, bro? It's looking proper bright. Listen, we are going to talk about the games. We are going to be talking things all football. First of all, let's just pay our respects to Cristiano, if I can say his name, Ronaldo. Losing his son. Rest in peace. Our heart go out to you, and it's really fantastic. A nice little it was a really class act by the Liverpool fans yesterday. On the 7th minute, giving him a chair, and just remembering at this time. So yeah, big up, Craig, just for letting us know about that. Watching Liverpool last night shows what an elite manager can do to your football club. I absolutely agree with you. Big up, Mr. Robinson, all the way in France, mate. So listen, now this guy is in France. So what I'm going to do, listen, Mr. Robinson, I'm going to send you the link. Yeah, I'm going to send you the link. He's a Man United supporter. So D, you've got some support here. So let me send this to, because he's all the way in France. So I'm going to send him the link now as we speak, and he's going to join the show. Hold on a second, 2 seconds. Let me find that link. Right, where you there? Okay, let me copy that. When you do come on, Chris, just make sure that you've got you're using what is it? What's the one that we are? Make sure they're using Chrome.
Chrome,
Chrome. And please have your camera landscape, if you don't mind. So let me forward this to you, Chris. Let me forward this to you, Mr. Robinson. That's on its way to you, bro. So when you're ready, just log in, Chris, and I'll let you in. But yeah, let's go. So much to talk about.
Just quickly, Norman, I would also like to add with the Ronaldo thing, you know, you're not supposed to be burying your kids. You know, that is a tragic situation there. And actually, a Liverpool fan called me to tell me about it because I hadn't really been on my phone yesterday, you know, and these Liverpool fans, they wanted to bait me up before the game. And he said, oh, Ronaldo's not playing. You hear about what happened? I said, no, I ain't been on the phone. And I was kind of shocked because, you know, it's just, it's not meant to happen. I know it happens a lot, but...
He's a twin. He was a twin, wasn't he?
That's right,
What I'm hearing. Yeah.
Tough situation there, you know. And apparently he's back at training this morning. Allegedly, I thought, wow, dude, take some time.
Well, you know, sometimes I know. Sometimes you know, he's a guy that is going to want to play football. And, you know, hopefully it won't affect him. But you know, it's easy. It's easy for us to say it, but absolutely. Big up to sentiments. Big up to the panel, Kofi, Big D, the Kings.
Yeah, man.
I don't know if me and Big D are kings, but I can tell you that
king, bro. Own it, Norm. Own it, bro. We kings,
Still
bro.
hold it down. Still hold it down.
Yes, Mr. Diego. Yeah, mate. I'll tell you. A long time I haven't seen you in the chat, mate. Listen, you slapped us a couple of weeks ago, Palace. Boy, it is what it is. You know what I mean? We got a big game tonight, and I'm not looking forward to it at all. To be perfectly honest, you know, we just have to just go there, and you know, we got nothing to lose apart from top four. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it is what it is. You know. But yeah, thanks for that, Diego. And Arsenal, the gift that keeps on giving. You're absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. We are the gift that keeps on giving. Same as Man United. You know what I mean? And it's Liverpool that are taking all the gifts right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Big up to Anne. Listen, let me say this, Anne. You missed out again. Craig has beat you to first place again. He was suggesting that a PS5 will be a prize for the first one in. I was saying, bro, until I get to 1,000 subscribers, then I might be talking about PS5 and all of that. You know what I'm saying? You know, but yeah, we're not Spursy. Mick, big up. Yes. And big up to Diego. The chats are coming through. Yes, and getting some love in there. Don't rub it in. Yeah, man. It's all good. It's all good, hopefully. But listen, because we got a massive game tonight and I don't want to be late for this. So we're gonna crack on, of course, with the show. We're obviously going to be talking about the Prem and Champions League review. Right. You've seen the subject matters. Laka unavailable, Saturday gone, C19, or sorting out his future with other clubs. He missed the game last week, so that's just putting it out there. Yeah. Why is the POG getting heat from the fans again? Why is the POG? And the fourth one is, who wants this top four really? With both North London clubs, Botany and Man U, scraping a win against Norwich, thanks to CR7 with an hat-trick. And number 5, are the Pool on the verge of doing something, or will it be all too much? These are some of the questions we will be looking. Big up, Jay, my missus. Love you dearly. Big up to you. Yeah, still waiting for you to come on the show and face Big D. Yeah, that I'm saying.
Jay, I need some support here because I've got two United boys coming.
Man is saying he needs some support. Hopefully Chris will be coming, but at the moment,
ain't this seen him yet. Thing, though. This is the thing. As the first lady of Normski TV, yeah, man, she needs to come true.
First lady, you know.
Of Normski TV, she needs to come through.
First lady
and represent.
Now, this guy Trouble is obsessed with Pepe. If Pepe does not start today, ! Listen, knowing Arteta, he'll probably start in Ketia. Where's my phone contract, mate? Listen, we'll come to that and talk about that. What on earth is doing starting that guy? I have a go with Martinelli down the middle. Do you know what I'm saying? It's an absolute joke. You know what I mean? Diego says, I think there will be a few yellows and possibly red in this fixture. I'm sure in the past it was a heated match. Last season, we beat them I think it was 1-0 we beat them. I think Smith Rowe scoring that goal. But boy, tonight it rides a lot on it. But listen, I just think Chelsea have got far too much for us. I think he's got far too much for us. So we'll just have to wait and see. But we are going to go straight into the fixtures from last week. Let's start off with the Champions League fixtures. Liverpool are now through to the semi-finals. They beat Benfica 3-3. Not beat Benfica. It was 3-3 on aggregate. I think they beat them. What was the aggregate score in the end? Was it 6-4?
6. What was it?
6-4. 6-4. It was 6-4, wasn't it?
6-4. Yeah. 6-4.
Yeah. I mean, look, Liverpool. That's the first time I think in a long while they've let in 3 goals. Benfica, I couldn't see them coming back. I don't think they were going to do what Liverpool did to Barcelona, mate. Do you know what I mean? Overturning that. But we will see.
I mean, yeah, on the night they gave a good account of themselves, to be honest. But we took our foot off the gas as well. So, we kind of let them back into playing. We got a little bit complacent at times.
Yeah.
During the game, Alisson had to make some good saves as well. So, yeah.
But listen, you're through. You're still, active on all fronts, 4 fronts. And we will obviously touch that subject. Can Liverpool go all the way and do the business? I'll tell you, if they do, plane flights out of this country, D, I'm joining you wherever you go. I'm coming with you.
Yeah, let's go live in Portugal or something, man. You know the ones.
I'm saying,
head out of Dodge.
Get out of here, mate. Get out of here. Atletico Madrid 0, Man City 0, 1-0 on aggregate. Man City go through to the semi-finals. Obviously, Man City will play Real Madrid, and Liverpool will play Villarreal, who knocked out Bayern Munich. Amazing.
It'll be great for the
Absolutely
neutrals.
amazing.
There'll be 2 great games for the neutrals there. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
For
Do you think it will be an all-English final?
Ooh. Well, you know what? You say that, right? But containing Karim Benzema, this brother is next level, Yeah. And so, I mean, and you have to remember, City have a tendency to overthink these semi-finals. Pep always overthinks the semi-final, for whatever reason. And it would be nice to see that because, we're here. But Real Madrid have a big say in that game. I'll be shocked if they get turned over by City. I think it's going to be very, very tight.
Yeah.
Are these 2 legs, right? They are 2 legs.
Still 2 legs,
2 legs. Okay.
I mean, that leg last week, Atletico, I mean, it was a madness going on with the fighting down the tunnel involving Jack Grealish and what's that? Is it Savage or whatever the guy's name is? I can't remember what his name is, but look, you know what? A lot of people are very sort of split when it comes to Diego Simeone. Would I take him? He is a winner, but the football, I know at the end of the day, yes, he's won titles, got into semi-finals and finals of Champions League, but I don't know if I could stomach that. And I've just seen Lukaku starting for Chelsea tonight. So, he's going to score against us. And we've
Timberland is up for it.
Yeah, Timberlands are up for it, and I think he's going to be wearing not Timberlands tonight, mate. I'll tell you that now. Nketiah starts for Arsenal. This is Craig. I mean, Craig, if you have, I've had a chance to look at the team sheet, but if you wanted to put in the chat who's in the actual team and what formation, if not too much trouble, Coleman has started Rob Holding at right back. Oh my God. It gets worse and worse. Listen, I need to calm down. I need to really calm down. Let me just calm down. I don't need to get stressed out of this. I just have to just let them play, mate. I can't see nothing but a Chelsea win.
I mean, it's interesting that he's not playing Martinelli either, Norm, on the bench.
Martinelli's not even on the bench.
No, he's on the bench. Yeah, he's not starting him though.
He's on the bench.
You're having a bubble. Don't please.
What he's gone. He's gone with Smith Rowe, Odegaard, and Saka as that front 3 with Elneny and Xavier as the holding, and then you've got
Elneny and Saka
as the holding, and then you've got Holding, Ben White, Gabriel, and Tavares. I just
Tavares, yeah.
Yeah, Tavares. I left back. Yeah.
Mate, this
But you
this
know
guy,
what?
this Coleman
He's got
needs to come out.
on the bench, Norm.
Huh?
He's got lack of threat on the bench as well.
Yeah, because he was down. We had COVID.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
I know,
okay.
and yeah, I know. I got to stop stressing. Yeah, yeah, I need to sort that out. Yeah, guys, I just need to just calm down. But as Trouble said, this Coleman, you know, he needs to be working on the motorway right now. You know what I mean?
You know what?
It is what it is, man. But listen,
Highway England.
but listen, question here from and I suppose this is a question to all of us. Can Liverpool win the quadruple?
Yes, they can.
Yeah.
Yes, they can. Yeah, they can. Yeah. Because if you're in it, you can win it. And they're in it.
Listen, from now on, they have to take every game as it comes and, just perform. Every game's a cup final from now on to the end of the season.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And the thing is, we got a full squad, a full fit squad. So
and you've been pretty good with injuries this season. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you guys have been all right. Yeah,
you've been all right. And your front four, front five, whatever you want to call them.
Front five now.
Yeah.
Front five, mate. You know, and you got Dart. What's his name? He scored last night.
Diaz.
Yeah.
You know, Mane, Salah. You know, they're all assisted each other and they all scored.
And they all scored.
I actually like the new role Mane's playing right now.
Yeah, down the centre.
Down the centre.
Yeah.
Because really, he's keeping Fabinho on the bench, isn't he? Playing for the centre.
Even Jota couldn't get on to like I think it was like 75th minute.
Right. Oh, Chris, sorry about that, man. I don't know if you're using your phone, iPhone, or laptop, but you have to have Chrome. And I think once you click onto the link, it'll ask you to access your camera and mic, and then you enter the studio. Yeah.
Yeah, but if he's on an Apple product, normally he has to download Chrome.
Okay, if you're on an Apple product, you need to download Chrome.
Yeah.
Okay, he's on an iPad, so you need to download Chrome, Chris. Yeah, if you want to definitely get on, download Chrome on there because it will only work with Chrome. Okay.
Yeah.
As you can see, 4 incoming.
Jay,
just rubbing it right.
Come on, first lady, step through. I want to see you on screen, man. Stop it now. Come on.
Liverpool's second goal. Oh, mate. 25 passes, and then bang. And what I think if the second goal was that the one where Mane did that no look pass almost.
Yeah, he just did a reverse dink over the defense and Salah's
it was poetry, bro. It was poetry.
Poetry.
But no, but I like the build up in terms of from Matip putting those balls and that's what I like about Matip. He is direct. He comes forward and he puts balls into test the defensive line of the opposition. So
you have to remember that we had no defensive line. So
we have to remember chocolate guard FC, man.
Right, I keep telling you that Maguire plays the false 5. So there's no defensive line. Whatever happens. I mean,
but
he's a false footballer, mate.
What was your views on playing? What's his name?
Phil Jones.
Phil Jones.
Right. This is what Ralph said. Right.
Get your notes up, bro.
No, you have to remember that Phil is he's a back 4 type of defender. Stick him in the 5. Now, this is what he said. He went with the 5 because he said that we had no ball winners. So he was trying to protect them by going with the 5. And then when he realized it just ain't working after the quick concede, that's why he changed it at half time and just tugged him. Your defenders though, mate, they're slow. I mean, you had Bailly on the bench. Why didn't you start him? Well, the thing is, I think with Bailly, because he's been too vocal about the nonsense, I think he's just done now. Because when he's fit, I still think he probably is one or two, as in, centre defenders, because he plays for his country, and he's solid. I mean, he does not shirk a tackle,
right?
But he may get you a yellow card or even get himself sent off. But I'd actually prefer that. I really would. I'd rather see him go out there and just really go in on some tackles, and if he gets sent off, then so be it. Rather than just hiding on the pitch and then blaming everybody else when you make a mistake.
Well, you had a player that came on yesterday. We spoke
Hannibal.
about it. Yeah,
Hannibal.
And I mean, this guy did more than what the whole team did in 90 minutes, mate. And I know the referee had a couple of times had to go over to Harry Maguire and tell him to calm down.
Calm down, right?
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. But I think the referee needed to go to my man and tell him to tell Harry Maguire to fix up, mate.
Right. But this is the thing. You see, Hannibal, he's realizing that he has a limited window to break into that United first team squad.
Right.
And so he came and brought the energy to say, guys, I'm an under 23 player. This is the energy we need to compete against Liverpool or even keep it decent. Because after 2-0, it became an exhibition game for you guys. And yet again, I feel like Klopp, being a classic kind of dude that he is, said, all right, guys, just pull it up a little bit. We've got some big games coming up. These guys ain't coming back into this. Let's not. We are already dismantled and mentally disrespected, not because of Liverpool, because of ourselves. But he said, rather than humiliate these men, you can see he blatantly said, just pull the handbrake up a little bit because they're not going to trouble us.
Yeah.
At no point we look like, yeah, man. I think there was a little point where I think you guys got a little bit complacent. And you saw Jaden start pushing through, getting in and twisting and turning. And then you thought, we might nick one here. And then bam, 3-0. I said, nah, man. They were messing with us.
They literally took their foot off the gas.
Yeah, and then put it back on again when it suited them. And
I think it was more so that they kind of wanted just to allow a bit more, have a little bit of a rest period before they go again.
Yeah, exactly. So they were okay for us to have the ball a little bit and try and penetrate where it was just perimeter. It wasn't, the odd one where you saw Jaden, beat a man and go through and then just try something, and it was like, nah, we ain't scoring tonight. I just there was no part of me that said, ooh, what a threat. It was like nearly. And then sometimes when we should have shot, we're trying to walk the ball into the net. Just take a shot.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know what I mean? You're in the box and you're trying to walk this thing over the line.
Yeah.
And it's just a different mentality. Liverpool, I mean, Salah has no problem in cutting in and putting his laces through that football.
No problem. And the fact is that Salah, he hadn't scored in open play since February. And obviously, Man United, the gift that will give.
That's what I'm saying.
Giving, mate. Do you know what I'm saying?
Salah was waiting for that game all day.
It was. Yeah. And he should have got a hat trick, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should have scored a hat trick yesterday.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
But
I mean,
it's like, whew.
I mean, whilst we're on the subject of Man U and Liverpool yesterday, the game. I mean, a question there. I think this might be to you, from Jay. Didn't the manager get his formation right?
No, and he actually he admitted why he did the back five, and then admitted why he had to just change it because he goes. And the thing is, this is the thing as well. Football IQ, right? So he spent a day and a half in training with that formation because of the injuries to McTominay and Fred. So he's like, right, I'm going to try and protect it. Otherwise, this is going to be a cricket score or a hockey score, whatever. And then I think maybe halfway through the first half, he sat back and thought, these guys are not intelligent enough to play this system.
But the thing is, to play a formation like that, it takes a few games to get used to it. Some teams can adapt to it very quickly, but United are not the team to put 3 central defensive guys there and play that way. So
yeah, but Kofi, and you might not remember that, but Ollie did that 3 or 4 times before he got fired. He went to the back 5 because he was basically scared of getting dismantled. So it's not like that was the first time they ever tried it, but it tells you that they're not intelligent players because they can't adapt to say, keep your shape, let these two go up let them because they were then you got official wing backs then. Let them wing backs go up and see if we can stretch the game a little bit. But everyone was. I mean, we were pedestrian in the first half. It was. I mean, no one was running. It was like, what are we doing?
You know what, D? I mean, you know,
mad.
You know, Keane and Gary Neville were scathing of the players. You know, and I know you've got issues, especially with Gary Neville. And
I don't respect him. He's a snitch, no.
Yeah,
he's a snitch. I can't respect the snitch thing, man. You know what I mean?
But
you know what I mean?
He said in his 42 years of his associated with Man U, he's never seen a team wilt like this and be so bad. Not only that, I gave you this stat. I've sent it. I think I told you I have a WhatsApp it to you.
Yeah.
In all the 4 games against Liverpool and Man City, you have conceded 15 goals and scored 1.
Yeah, but
in this season,
but no, that is the realistic. That's what we are right now. That Liverpool to score 9 in 2 games against us, and we didn't even score. It was 5-0, 4-0, right?
Yeah,
it wasn't 5-1. Yeah, so
it was Man City. You scored. I think you scored at Etihad. Yeah,
right. So I look at it and I go, that's the gulf between Man City and Liverpool and us. That in 2 games to take the whole 9 goals is like, yeah, man, it should have been more. Like I said, Salah should have had a hat trick.
Yeah.
So it should have been more than 4-0. And it should have been more than 5-0 at our place, because I remember that game like it was yesterday, and I said, Lord have mercy, this is going to be a 10-0. And yet again, Pep came out, the clock came out and went, guys, just, relax a little bit. Yeah, come on, man. They're not competing with us. And so I'm not trying to pretend and put my rose-tinted glasses on and say, oh, poor United. Nah, we are that bad. We are that bad. So, just, you know, the 9 in 2 games is like, I expect that, because we can't defend. We just simply cannot defend, even with the goalkeeper. And you think of these games as well, as poor as he is with his feet, he's good with blocking with his legs and his hands. So you don't have that goalkeeper in goal, mate. The whole fans, put it this way, if we never had David De Gea at Old Trafford, I guarantee you at 7-0 or 6-0, Old Trafford would have been empty. The fans would have just left. And so he kept it, I'm going to say respectable, but it's not respectable. 5-0 is not respectable against your biggest rivals. It's just not.
Do you know what? You know what as well, D? I mean, David Tuchel, who's based in Dubai, sent me some texts and voice messages. A Chelsea fan, and he showed me a spend of all the clubs since 2012. Man United have spent over $1 billion, or $1 billion, whatever it is. Since now, for your team to be playing like this. I mean, I said to Dave, I said, listen, this is for another show, mate, because we had a long discussion. I forwarded some of the chat to Kofi, and he had his thoughts on it. And I'm sure I'm looking forward to doing that show where we discuss who is the best Premier League manager. Right. Is it the money, or is it talent at the end of the day? And if, like, the likes of Arsene Wenger, Alex Ferguson, Mourinho. Well, I'm not saying Mourinho, because obviously Chelsea were the one that was starting that big money spend. Yeah. But if these guys had those sort of money now, and you
but you know what, and I said this to somebody, because I actually felt that we were the first club to start overpaying for players. And then Chelsea just got that money. Because I remember when we paid 30 million for Rio Ferdinand as a defender. I was like, are you kidding me? 30 mil. I was losing my mind. Yeah. Because I'm thinking, what are we doing? That's back then, that was striker money. And suddenly that became defender money. I'm like, oh, what are we doing here?
Was that after or was that before Mourinho came in, or when was
we got Rio before Mourinho came in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he was at Leeds. And there's always that bad blood between Man United and Leeds. So to go in there and take their best defender, and they said, right, you can have it, but it's going to cost you 30 mil. And I was a little bit, whoa, you know, he's good. Is he 30 mil good? Because I thought then that was striker money and top striker money. But so I think that we started overpaying, and then when Chelsea got the money, they just went ridiculous. So like, okay, 50 mil for a right back and stuff like that.
And I think you were saying as well, D, when we was talking, I think last night, late into the midnight hours, that I think it was Manu that started really overpaying their players in terms of wages and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
To that point, let me read this thing quickly. On Twitter, right? So David De Gea currently earns 375 grand per week, right? So Alisson, Edison, Mendy, Ramsdale, Jose Sarr, David Raya, and Sanchez combined wages for a week is 372. What in the world are we doing at Old Trafford? How are all them top goalkeepers, all their wages combined per week, he still earns more than them at 375? Come on.
Wow.
So not only are we overpaying to buy them, their contracts are too big. This is why we can't shift them half of the time.
Yeah.
When they're dead, because it's like, no, he's on 250 a week. How is he on 250 a week?
Yeah.
He's a defender. Well, yeah, that's what they paid him.
Prem Prodigy says, yeah, we spent $1 billion, but we've given it to a bunch of bankers.
True.
Do you know what I mean? Jay said, Andy Carroll, what a waste that was. Well, obviously Liverpool, but yeah. But, he's now playing for West Brom now, isn't he?
Right, but that just tells you that is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 top goalkeepers in the Premier League. Combined salary per week is less
crazy.
Than David De
Gea. It's gone mad.
And we're paying Henderson 140 a week,
and he's not even getting a game.
Playing. Exactly. Your backup goalkeepers are 150k a week. That is,
mate, I tell you what,
is wrong.
All I got to say, mate, is Ten Hag's work is going to be cut out. Massive. It's going to be massive,
and that's why there's no pressure on him for me.
Yeah,
give him the 4 or 5 transfer windows.
Yeah,
go 2 years without winning anything. I'm okay with that if he's allowed to dismantle and rebuild.
Yeah.
But then the thing is that the fans are always going to be impatient in terms of where they see United's trying to go towards. I don't think they're going to give him too much time.
I think they have to, otherwise there's no point, Kofi. There's no point bringing him in. There's no point bringing in a guy that wants to rebuild and then say, well, you got no time. Because rumors are they're going to give him a 4-year contract. Now, you look how many managers, including Ollie, that we've paid off since Alex has left. All of them have taken a payoff.
Yeah.
Because they've all had at least 2 years or 2.5 years left on their contracts when we fired them. And if they're all averaging 12 to 14 million a season as managers, they're all laughing to the bank. Mourinho walked away with 26 grand?
Million,
yeah, sorry.
But then a United fans prepared to see the club go on the back burner and not get into the Champions League for some few seasons before they then start to realize that the task of rebuilding is actually bigger than what it
just quickly, Prem Prodigy kind of answered your question a little, because like Ten Hag has no pressure for him, just let him do his job. And I think he's right there.
But Kofi, I hear exactly where you're coming from, because just for argument's sake, in the first 10 games, he wins 3, draws a couple, loses. And they say, oh, he's no better than Ollie. But they won't look at what he's working with, as in, they're not his tools.
Yeah.
It's going to take 3 or 4 transfer windows to get
easily
players before you start really seeing any sign of real improvement. Do you know what I mean?
Right. And then we have to try and attempt to compete, Kofi, with you guys.
Yeah.
So we have to go 2 years of just zipping it and watching what unfolds, watching how we can move players on them big wages. Obviously, some will be natural causes. But, I sat earlier and I actually got to 16 players that need to go. 16!
Ooh.
And I don't think I'm being harsh.
Wow.
I mean, I'll just go for it quickly.
Mm.
Pogba, Jesse, Mata, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, Cavani, Martial, Lee Grant, Twanzebe, Henderson, Rashford, Ballet, Jones, Matic, McTominay, and Shaw. 16 players.
Now that's 16 that need to go. But I realistically,
in order to rebuild.
Yeah.
And I think realistically, maybe, well, hopefully you're going to lose Pogba by not signing that contract.
I was going to say, just quickly with the Pogba situation, you know, him getting booed. What's going on with all of that? What's going on?
Well,
Ten Hag coming up. What's happening there?
When he got subbed, if you look at his stats were very good, right? But I think when he has to leave, I think it was 2 years ago, and whoever convinced him to stay, he never wanted to be there. And I always say this, no matter how good you are, the moment you're asked to leave, let them go, man. Try and get as much money for him, get him out there, and hopefully the owners will let you keep the money, a bit like Liverpool for the Coutinho money. You know what I mean? Coutinho wanted to go. That's why you guys couldn't really bring him back, because he made so much noise to get out of there. And you spend that money so wisely. And hopefully we could have sold Pogba. I'm not saying we were going to get 90 million back for him, but even if we got 75 for him or 80, that's money to reinvest in a central defensive midfielder.
Definitely.
And maybe a better right back or left back. And so I look at it and say, you kept him, because when he came, we should have built around him, and we didn't. So as much as he let himself down, the club failed him as well.
Yeah,
it's twofold. He let himself down because you see the performances for France. So that's how you know there is a player in.
He just seems to be getting it. He got it, he got it in the Norwich game, and he got it yesterday, coming off injured. I mean, I don't know how bad his injury was, but it just I'm just wondering that they need to, give more heat to some of the other players that are not cutting it. Do you know what I'm saying?
If you look at the injury, right, he took the hit. If Pogba was happy, he would have tried to run it off. But he's not happy, so he said, "You know what? Get me out of here. I'm done."
Yeah.
But if he was happy at Old Trafford, he would have said, "I'm going to try and run it off." And if he went 5 minutes and said, "Nah, this thing ain't happening," and he just come. But he wanted out of there because he knew what was coming. Kofi.
Yeah, I mean the relationship between the fans and him are pretty much.
He smelt his own blood. You know what I mean? That's why Liverpool was smelling blood, but Pogba smelled his own blood and said, "Yeah, man,
so, I ain't
let me
this.
take a seat."
I ain't having this, man. Listen, we could go on all night.
I know
about Man U. It's the club that keeps giving every week, but I hope that's therapy for you, D.
Man. Yeah, but like I say, you can't emotionally get so attached that you don't sleep on that thing there.
Yeah,
because these guys ain't gonna come and pay my electric bill or whatever. You know what I mean? So I got to look after myself. So
just quickly, I don't really normally touch on the Europa League, but just to say, big up to Rangers getting through to the semi-finals, beating Sparta, Sporting Braga, and also obviously West Ham going over to Lyon, and going over. The game was balanced at 1-1, but what a show they put on in Lyon, beating Olympic Lyon 3-0 away from home, and. It looks like West Ham will be facing Frankfurt, and Rangers will be playing. I think it's RB Leipzig. So that's and I mean, listen, Rangers could go all the way.
And this is the thing. It's the back door, and you win it, and you win the Champions League.
I think is it Broncos? Is it Broncos that's managing them?
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing a good job with them. I mean, I think they knocked out one in the Scottish Cup. I think they beat
Celtic.
Yeah.
He plays for you. He's played for you guys, isn't it, Norms?
Who's that? Yes, he did.
Back
in the day.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that name. I remember the name. Yeah. Cool.
Prem Prodigy thinks it will be a West Ham Leipzig final. Well, we'll see. But listen, if they win it, if West Ham go on and win it, mate.
Right.
You know, all that fight for top four, brother.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, because they automatically get that slot.
Yeah, that's right. So it might be all a waste of time, bro.
You know what?
Come on, West Ham. Come on,
if that happens, that is fair play to Moisey,
Yeah, listen.
After what's gone down,
he's done a fantastic job.
He's doing a brilliant job, man. I'm telling you now, I'd have him at the club.
Yeah.
Because he came in the same time as Arteta, and look what he's doing with the club. Yeah. And look at the spend. We spent I think Craig said it earlier on, £250 million spent and this is what we're producing.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous, mate.
Yeah,
Absolutely
you got to tip your hat to him, man. Oh, Moisey, mate.
100%. Oh, well, listen, I know he was at your club
Yeah.
a few years back, but it just didn't work out.
That's too soon for him. That was,
you know,
really,
too soon for him. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. You know, it's too soon for him. But
and then you had a player disrespecting his daughter as well. You know what I mean? You can't be checking for the boss's daughter.
No,
that's
you
a
can't.
mad one. You got to behave yourself.
You can't. Come on,
right.
Zaha. Behave.
Right, you know the ones. No names. No names.
Sorry. Right, listen. Sorry, Diego, man. I know you plays for your club, man. So you know. But listen, quickly. Let's just move on quickly.
Well, man.
I didn't expect this result. Brighton 1, Tottenham 0 at the Tottenham ground. Did not expect that. You know, Tottenham looked lethargic. I didn't watch the game, but Trossard scores the winner in the 80-something minute. I can't remember. It was really late into the game.
Yeah.
They go and do both London clubs over, man. Seagulls have dumped on both of us.
90th minute.
90th minute.
You know what?
Yeah?
About 3 weeks ago, we were saying their man was on the beach, innit?
That's what I'm saying.
Because they were playing like they were on the beach.
They were playing like they were on the beach. But right now, man, they said, you know what? They said, you know what, bro? We need to go back. We need to go back to the sand, man. Forget the Pebble Beach. We need to go back to the sand and feel those sand through our toes. And they slapped.
You know what? I hope they can get something tonight against City, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah.
That's a big ask, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big ask, but you know, I really want City to do them over, mate. I can't be having you lot doing the quadruple, bro. Can't be having that. But listen, you know, Brighton go there and beat them 1-0. They beat us 2-1 at our ground. Absolutely ridiculous. Joke of a club we are. Absolute joke of a club. Man United 3, Norwich 2. Cristiano Ronaldo show, you know, scraping it through, but Ronaldo comes up with an hat trick. And listen,
Norm, that game was right on the wall, Norm.
Right, listen,
right, and I watched that game, and I said to my brother, Liverpool are going to clap us up playing like this. And he said, I said, bro, we are 2-0 up, and we just disengage. And they bossed that game. They should have won the game, Norm.
Do you know what? They played,
Norwich.
They played. I'm sure Fred didn't play. I think they didn't even play with no holding players.
Yeah.
Because they just you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but Norwich looked like they were bossing. Yeah.
They were bossing it, mate. I was sitting there, right, and I'm watching the game. She'd have come in, and she went, oh dear, aren't they bottom of the league? As I shouldn't close the door. Because at 2-0 up, I'm kicking back. I said, yeah, let me go get a cider from the fridge. I'm nice. And then at 2-2, I say, we are struggling to hold on to this game. And we were. They was peppering us.
Only but for Ronaldo, brilliant free kick, and gets you out of jail, mate.
And the thing is, he saves us and he hurts us at the same time.
Yeah.
Because him and Bruno were just switching off and not helping. So we was getting overrun in midfield. Yeah. And then they scored the 2 goals, and then it's like, wow, we got to scramble now. Just to have an inkling of trying to get top 4. How are we scrambling against bottom team Norwich? Yeah, that makes no sense, man. And that's why I feared for Liverpool after watching that.
Yeah.
I said, we can't do this against Liverpool. We would get absolutely manhandled and disrespected. So said, so done. Anyway.
Yeah. I'll be a big up root cause. Yeah, man. Listen, go and focus on the Chelsea game, man. Say a few prayers, all right? I'll be following you shortly, bro. So I'm trying to rush through this, man. Big time, you know what I mean? Trying to hold it together, trying to keep it together. But yeah, feel free to watch the stream after, man. I hope you'll enjoy it. Please hit that like button, subscribe and share if you're new on the road to 300. But yeah, let's move. We move. So we go to Brentford, Watford. Watford losing 2-1 at home to Brentford. Brentford have found their shooting boots back on, you know, doing their business. I think they've secured their Prem League status. And I'm not going to talk too much on it. We'll jump to Southampton, who got slapped 6-0 last week by Chelsea, who we play tonight. They beat us 1-0 against the run of play. We had 70-odd% possession of the ball. And I just want to just read a you know, this manager, man. Oh God. Listen to what this manager says, yeah? All right, we had all the possession, and I get that, and I understand that. Now, D, I know you've played basketball and whatnot, but what you're not a basketball coach, Arteta. He says, if somebody didn't know the score and is watching the game, and ask who won the game, they will say that Arsenal won it comfortably, but it's not the case. Then he started talking about in his press conference about, playing in each other's box and, trying to allude it to the way basketball. I'm thinking, what is basketball, apart from ball, got to do with football?
With football, nothing.
This guy, I'm telling you, he winds me up.
Yeah,
he's deflecting, and you got some Arteta lovers out there just getting sucked into this. Yeah. Eddie Nketiah, he talked about Eddie Nketiah, the reason why he should be unhappy that he's not starting, but I rate this player. What are you on? How you rated Eddie Nketiah, who can't? The man has not scored a goal, a Premier League goal. He's starting him tonight. I said I was going to go off. I'm going to go off now. Yeah? Chili's on now. I'm going to bring in Chili now. Yeah. Big up, Chili. What you saying, brother?
Chili.
Working late, man.
Working late, man. Working late out in those cornfields, man.
You know what? I wasn't gonna get on, but I wouldn't feel right not speaking to D today.
Hey, listen, man. I've just confessed my soul silly.
Man came to the show just to say something to you, D.
Yeah, that's all good, man. The skin is thick. The shirt is still on.
That's 9 goals on aggregate, man, against them.
9 goals,
and I said to the guys earlier that after watching the Norwich game, I feared the worst for this Liverpool game. Because I thought, if we can't contain bottom of the table in Norwich...
When you were 2-0 up, yeah.
Right, then Liverpool were just going to manangle us and just turn it into a training game. And I think, yet again, I said to Kofi that I felt that Klopp just said, guys, just ease up a little bit, man. We good. They're not going to score. There's no pressure here. Keep the ball and let them chase shadows and see the game out. And yeah, pretty much won it, really.
I mean, Chidi, I spoke about your game. We actually just not so long spoke about your game.
That's all right. I don't mind missing that.
the seagulls dumping on both of us. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, just in brief, what happened there? I don't know if you watched the whole game. I didn't get to see the game, but obviously, when I flicked on, I saw 1-0. I was like, what? Do you know what I mean? But I heard that it's like Tottenham just didn't turn up for that game.
Well, first of all, hello, Jay. How you doing? Yeah, basically, that's it. Not one of our players, not one. Harry Kane, anonymous. Son, anonymous. You know what I mean? Kulu. It was just poor. And that's where Spursing it up comes from, or being Spursy. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't laugh too hard, though. No.
I know. I'm just coughing. It sounds like a laugh.
Chili, do you think Kane is still grieving from not getting any transfer, and he's probably still thinking, is he going to get a transfer somewhere else in the summer?
I don't know, because he's been playing so well the last few weeks. Obviously after the summer he was poor and whatnot, but then the last few weeks he's been really good. But the only club that seems to be interested in him is United. And why leave Tottenham to go United? No disrespect, but you know what I mean.
No, you're right there. And the thing is, if there was any chance of him going to Man City now, I think that's
they're getting my guy.
They're gonna trigger that 75 million euro clause or whatever it is. I think and the thing about Man City, they tend to wrap up their business early. Yeah. So
but this is what I would say about the Haaland though, Norm, is that I'm not sure Haaland is going to be prepared to sit on the bench like Grealish did. And that's the only thing.
But I think he will start. I mean, this
is Pep, though, Norm. This is Pep, and Pep regularly goes with that false 9. So I think Haaland will look at that and say, you know what? I know I can win at City, but he ain't benching me. You know what I mean? Because he's a character, isn't he? You watch him, you don't back down from things. So for Pep to say, listen, I need you. You're gonna be in and out as I bid you in, as you learn the system. He'll probably
a bit like I mean, when Jesus came in and Aguero, he dropped Aguero in it because he wanted hard working. So it depends on whether I mean, listen, he plays for Dortmund, and Dortmund kind of play that kind of pressing football. So maybe that will suit Haaland. But yes,
I think that everyone should have to hold the bench. Literally everybody, because sorry, it's 38 games in the season.
Right. Yep.
Put in a few cup games. Well, if you're Liverpool, put in a hell of a lot of cup games. But you know what I mean, though? If you're playing 50 games a season, that's a
you
lot.
can't. You can't play every week. Yeah.
You can't.
So, but be honest, that's a huge move if he goes there. That's a big statement from City, as in wanting to dominate even longer, along with Liverpool. Because like I say, with Liverpool, if Mo resigns and they hold on to that front five, that's a problem. That's a problem for me. And if they sign,
I still think we need to tighten up in midfield. To be honest,
because it's getting old. The midfield's getting a little old. But I mean,
How about Thiago though? Yesterday, bro,
he's a baller, man.
He's a baller, brother. He is different gravy, man.
All right, man.
No, but there was one clip they showed him on the weekends where he had, I can't remember who was holding him against City, and then he controlled the ball in his chest, and the guy was still holding Thiago. The man shifted past the guy and then just laid the ball onto, I think, Trent or something like that.
I forgot to say about the FA Cup. You know, you knocking out Man City 3-0. I mean, I've never known a club, and I think it's the first time Liverpool has done this against Man City and scored 3 goals in one half. They literally blew them away. And it just makes you wonder that these guys, just as I said, ain't no stopping us now. They're on the move.
Yeah, but Norms, the thing is that I've always said this, like when we start games fast, we put the game to bed. We just need to do that more often because, you know, when we've played games and we've labored and it gets about 30 minutes or so and we haven't scored, then we struggle winning games. But then, you know, when we're quick off the pace and, you know, we're drilling passes into the...
I mean, yesterday, sorry again, D, to put it, they were, when I say they were drilling passes, man, they were pinging it around, mate. You know what I mean? Man United did not know if they were coming or going.
But that's what I said to you. We were so pedestrian. It was just like, what is even going on out there? It was almost like everyone just quit on the pitch.
Yeah.
And you're like, and maybe as well, then watching Pogba, because he quit. He did, like I said earlier, you know what? If he's happy, he tries to run that off, and then in 5 minutes he's still matching him up.
Why were they booing him, D?
Because that's a level of disrespect. That everything wrong with Man United is Paul Pogba's fault, according to a lot of fans. Well, at least half of them anyway.
And also Graham Souness as well.
Oh yeah, Souness thrown out. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you know what? You have to remember when Pogba was in hospital after the operation with his leg in a cast, he put the picture on.
It was his fault that you lost.
It was Pogba. I mean, Souness brought it up, so there's been an agenda against this lad.
Definitely there has been.
I'll tell you what you do. I'll tell you what you do, D. Sorry, I'll tell you what you do. If you talk to Elon Musk, I know you got connections, yeah. Elon Musk, fly him out to space, yeah, and maybe he won't get blamed.
Exactly, because I think now it's ridiculous, and I think for his own mental health, I would like Pogba to leave Man United because I think the abuse he gets, the one player,
it's like how the press are treating Harry and Meghan, isn't it? Just
exactly.
Every opportunity.
And I do wonder the whole black and Muslim thing, because he speaks openly about Ramadan and fasting. Because he was fasting.
Right now, that's right.
Him and Mo, but then you see the energy between him and Mo when they're both on fasting, and Mo's energy even on fasting is unbelievable. So when he's got a belly full of food, he's dynamic. So I just feel like, just go, Paul. Just go for your own sake. Just go. Because he's 29 years old, right? Are you going to start a new contract at 29 years old and wait in another rebuild? Because you're not winning anything. You might get a good cup run in that rebuild. That's it. You're not winning anything big as in the league or Champions League. Or so FA Cup or a Europa League is the best you're going to do again. And he's won that with United. So for me, just move on, bro. That's what I would say to him if I knew him or met him. I said, bro, thank you for coming back, but it ain't worked out for you. I said, you failed them and they've failed you. It's not just one-sided where, oh, he ain't been good enough. Look at what he's had to play with compared to what he plays with in France.
For free?
He will end up. Because he doesn't sign like within the next month or two.
Yeah, that's
it. Then he's out of contract anyway. Yeah,
I mean, he's out of contract in the summer.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have started talking to, other clubs in
has
January.
Been on the table since last summer. That new contract, and he never signed it because he wanted to see what was going to happen with Ollie because he knew that we were failing under Ollie again. So, yeah.
And to be honest, I mean, if when Ten Hag does come in, man, as I say, he's got a massive overhaul to do, and I think maybe the likes of Pogba probably won't be part of his plans because he wants people that's going to work. And sometimes it can be pushed at Pogba about his work rate on the pitch. Do you know what I mean? I mean, he's
what
a talented
about for
player.
France? What's he like for France?
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. I mean, he's fantastic for France, but for whatever reason, when it comes to Man U, do you know what I mean? Who knows? As you said, it could be that fan.
And not only that as well.
Player relationships.
He's been played that probably. He's the one that's always sacrificed. Yeah. He's always been sacrificed.
Definitely.
Right, okay, Paul, we're going to shoehorn you in here. Ollie did it all the time.
Yeah.
And then I kept saying, you can't play him in a double pivot. He doesn't play that.
He doesn't play like that. Yeah.
But he kept playing him in a double pivot, and every time he lost the ball, trying to bring the ball out, the fans get on him. When Bruno's ball retention is horrendous. Yeah. That's why nobody came in for Bruno. We had a clear run at Bruno,
last year, man, or last season.
Not one top team. Huh?
What happened between last season and this season?
You have to take a back seat to Ronaldo. That's it. Simple as that.
That's
Do you
what's
think
happened.
Ronaldo, if you could go back now, would you still bring him back again? Or would you say nah?
Probably not, because he's coming back when we're a mess. So he's expecting a standard that's not there. But what it did do is, like I said earlier, expose the nonsense. Ten Hag and Ronaldo have exposed Old Trafford. Because apparently on his first day of training, when he saw what was going on, Ronaldo was like, what is going on? Apparently he called Alex afterwards and saying, have you been down to training? Are you seeing what they're doing at training, Alex? And Alex said, son, just pipe down. You know what I mean? You'll be all right. No. This is not the Old Trafford that I left.
Wow.
Under you. So the standards were dropped so badly that
And so there was this kind of, they were saying that, a lot of the players didn't like what Ronaldo was saying, and he's, because he's a winner. Do you know what I'm saying?
Even up to their diet, Norman.
Right.
It was like, why are we eating this?
Yeah.
Before a game.
Yeah.
Right. So, he was questioning everything about what these sloppy lot were doing, because everything that goes on in the background is displayed on the pitch. Tells you how messy and murky, lack of discipline, lack of interest, jogging back when you lose the ball, throwing your hands up in the air, always arguing with the ref over every single call. He's made the call, he's blown his whistle. Get on with it, guys.
Yeah. I mean, I think yesterday did he kick out yesterday? Bruno, he's so petulant, man. I'm telling you, the guy is so petulant. It's unreal.
I mean, I saw a comment from one of the guys on the channel, and he said, I watched Maguire yesterday. The ball came over him, and he literally moved like a planet. That was it. I was gone. I said, come on. He said, Maguire turned like a planet.
Like
it's got to be Jupiter, man, at least, man.
Right.
You know what? I honestly think that United probably will have to get rid of the likes of Fernandes as well, because he's gonna start.
And he just signed a new contract.
He's going to start being a bad egg. He's going to start being a bad egg. Once you start unveiling the bare bones of what United have to do to restructure, he's going to think, well, I could go somewhere else in Europe and try and play.
Yeah, but could he though? Because, like I said to you just a minute ago, nobody came in for Bruno Fernandes. We had a clearing at him, and I remember saying to my brother, his ball retention is awful. I've watched him for Porto. He gives the ball away a lot. That's why no one was hiking the price up So, oh, if United want him, have him, because honestly,
but someone like Simeone probably give him a kick up the backside and say, look, you need to.
But Ollie gave him a free rein. And you have to remember as well, a lot of these players are sulking because Ollie got fired, because now there's discipline coming back into the club and they don't like it.
Well, I feel sorry for them when Ten Hag comes, mate, because he seems to be laying down the law already, mate. Properly laying down the law. But listen, we need to move on. Newcastle 2.
Big up man like Craig. And
yes,
I agree,
yes,
I agree. How Arteta's treating.
I'm gonna come. I've already kind of touched on Arteta a little bit.
Nketiah on before Pepe.
Yeah, exactly.
What is that, Norman?
For his own mental as strength, and mental whatever capacity. My man just needs to just leave the club as well. Yeah, I understand. Because Pepe, the way Arteta's treating him. Yeah.
Go elsewhere.
Yeah, man. Go elsewhere, man. Because
it wasn't your record signing like 72.
Yeah, 72 mil. 72 mil. Yeah. 72 mil. And this is what's going on. He doesn't do anything. You know, as I said, he blinds us with science and talking about basketball and talking about Eddie Nketiah. That we you know, I'm glad that he's upset. You know, but I rate this player. Boy, it tells you the level of what that player is and the level of your managerial skills and your management skills. Simple teams, man. But listen,
that's it. A lot of it just comes down to the managers have to know how to.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But
Alex Ferguson didn't care what your name was. He was the boss.
He was
go out and do what I'm telling you to do. Otherwise, find another club.
This guy,
and that's what we have to get back to.
Yeah, I mean,
both us and Arsenal have to get back to a manager.
You know what I mean? That you get my man just chatting waffle.
But the thing is, Arteta
waffle settings.
Arteta cannot have that status to say that, you know, he can start chatting anyone how as a manager, because he's not qualified, man. He's not qualified.
I told you he needs to go. He needs to go back and work on the roads. I keep telling you, the man needs to go and work on the roads. Yeah, putting out the cones. Yeah, he can listen. He gets promoted. He starts putting out the big ones. Yeah, Right. When he was playing under Pep, he was putting out the small ones. But listen, go and work on the roads. Yeah, because that's where your level is at, bro. You understand?
I think that's the problem, though, Norman. That he does think he is Pep 2.0 without winning anything.
That's, you know what I mean? You get my missus winding me up. He's the reason why you guys still have a chance of top four. Are you having a laugh? Sorry,
what you did versus
stress levels, man. Stress levels. Yeah, because I, you know, Chile, you know what was fun in there today, man. So I need to just stress out and just take it easy. Yeah. Big up. You're gonna have to go.
I was talking to someone the other day, and they said it's the Arsenal fans, because you lot are toxic, man. You got to admit it. You lot are toxic. You have a manager, and this week Arteta will beat Tottenham or beat whoever, Man U, and it'll be Arteta in, right?
Yeah. You be consistent. Just be consistent. And I keep saying it all the time. I think Leon came at me in a chat, and he was saying, like, it might have been banter, but I'm saying at the end of the day, 3-4 weeks ago when we was in the top four, I still wanted him out. Because he's not good enough to take you to the next.
You
can't half back a manager. Do you know what I mean?
Right. You're either in or you're out. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I'm the same way. Whenever I was saying, you're negative against Ollie, I said he's not going to compete with Tuchel, Pep, Klopp. He's just not going to. He's not. So there's no point keeping him at a big club like United just to be there for good vibes. I'm not into the good vibes. I mean, I like a good vibes, but when it comes to football, I want to win.
You know, we get into Champions League. Yeah. We're gonna get slapped. Look, we're getting there.
Same as us.
Yeah, but thank you, Arteta, for getting us into Champions League. Yeah. But now we need to move to an elite manager now. Because we're gonna be up against elite manager. I know he ain't gonna happen, Chile.
He's gonna get a 5-year contract.
Easily. And the problem is, even if we don't make Europe, listen, I think the worst we can finish is 8th. Hopefully, then we don't. You know, we finish 8th and we don't play Europa Conference League, but I think we could end up being in the Europa Conference League. If we finish 5th, 6th, anywhere between that, he keeps his job. He's going to keep his job. Yeah. So we just have to face facts.
I look at Tottenham. I look at the Tottenham goal difference, and it's far superior to anybody chasing. Far superior. You know what I mean?
Oh, sorry.
That happened over.
Sorry, let me just apologize to Jay. She was talking about Pepe, but I know she's got an agenda when it comes to Arteta as well. But she was talking about Pepe getting us to top 4. Yeah, we need. Listen, we'll see. You know what I mean? AFTV said Chelsea. So Arsenal will be 0-0. Yeah, exactly, man. I'll tell you what. I'm sure they get endorsements from Arsenal. You know, the AFTV clan.
They're the worst of your fans. You need to get rid of them, man. They are the worst.
Look, they've made a listen. They've made a platform for all of us.
They made a platform, but they don't know what they're doing with it.
There's a flick flop. You know what I mean? And they got some guy on there called Julian. Jeez.
I guarantee you, if you have a look at their views. When Arsenal win, the views will be minimal. Watch when they lose, what the views are like.
Because you're going to get the fans, you're going to get them coming at them. Do you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But listen, my game is in it's 6 minutes.
What side is it on?
It's on, I think it's probably on Sky Sports 1, I think, or one of them. I don't even know.
Sky,
listen, Newcastle 2, Leicester 1. Newcastle, I think, is pretty much cemented their place in the Premier League, and they'll push on. I did have a conversation with Kofi.
They are going to push on, aren't they?
Yeah, they're going to push on. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure, but D might be able to tell me. I think everyone from Leeds above is safe now. I think it's
pretty much.
Yeah,
I would say so.
Yeah.
Done enough to.
Yeah, because Leeds on 33, so it's literally Everton and I think between Everton and Burnley who goes down.
Yeah. Basically,
obviously not Norwich are done, Watford are done. So
So just read that statement.
But you know what though? If Leeds slip up, their goal difference is horrendous. -30 goal difference. Horrendous goal difference.
But their manager's really kind of
Everton's.
Oh, Everton's is -19.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is a lot worse than
yeah. 11 goals.
Double.
And I know Everton play
and then
Liverpool at the
Burnley's
weekend.
Burnley's -19 as well.
Yeah. And talking about that,
Everton are in trouble, you know.
Yeah.
Everton need to line out.
Burnley, West Ham 1-1. Obviously heard that Sean Dice is left the club. I think it's a
he fell out with the others, didn't he? Fell out with the others.
Yeah. I mean, he was probably one of the longest
on the direction of the club.
Yeah. So, and one of the longest serving managers in the Premier League. But he's now gone, and now they've got an interim manager in, probably trying to follow the Man U way.
Your boys are walking out, Norman.
They're walking out.
Yeah,
they're walking out. Yeah.
1940. Yeah, it's an interesting lineup, Norman.
Have they got brown bags in their hand? Right.
Yeah.
Listen. Chelsea, Liverpool. Chelsea beat Crystal Palace. Unlucky Crystal Palace, but Chelsea through to the FA Cup final against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Who wins that game quickly?
Liverpool.
It's going to be a difficult game. I mean, the games that we've had against them this season have always been tight. So it's probably going to go to like a extra time penalty shootout.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think so. I think so as well.
Kofi, because that don't wash. I know what you're thinking up there. We're going to bang. Try and be magnanimous. Do you know what I mean?
I told Norms I'm keeping my mouth shut on this quadruple. I just want us to win every game, and
fair
I mean, it's like Kofi. It's definitely on the cards. There's no point for me to pretend as a United fan looking in that Liverpool have enough in the bag to do that. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but they do have enough in the bag to do that.
And that's the question.
Captain City in the league. I don't think City will slip up. I think,
and that's the question I posed. Are the Pool on the verge of doing something, or will it be all too much? And I think you pretty much kind of answered that question. I think City probably will. They play. Black Brighton at home tonight, so I think they should get a result unless they do something miraculous and win 3 games in a row, which.
That's at the Etihad, Mom.
Yeah, at the Etihad.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So
but Brighton came to us, and was yours at home as well?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So man, it's a mess.
Wow.
But let's see what happens. As I said, if they do it, I'm flying out to wherever you're flying, D. Yeah, so we'll be up.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm hoping that we can raid Brighton in the transfer window. But Basuma,
yeah.
And Tariq Lamptey
Yeah.
You ain't winning with this team, Norman. Jeez.
I know, that's what I'm sort of saying. Look, don't, please. I don't, please. Quickly. Laka unavailable, Saturday gone. C19 or sorting out his future with other clubs. Obviously, Laka's been talking with other clubs. Let me just quickly read his statement. Alexander Lacazette has revealed he's in talks with a lot of clubs as he nears the end of his Arsenal contract. The 30-year-old striker will be a free agent at the end of the season, and a host of clubs have been linked with the France international, including his former side, Lyon. Speaking to Canal Plus, Lacazette said, I'm in discussion with a lot of clubs and I'm open. I've never cut contact with Lyon since I left. I try to return to the club once or twice a year to see the medical staff because we are really close. Lyon know that I'm free. They have to come with a proposal. I want to play in Europe. It's been a long time since I played in the Champions League. I'm missing it. Well, how about scoring some goals for us? Yeah? Yeah. How about scoring some goals for us? And then maybe we will probably get into the Champions League. Absolute joke. You know, these are players that don't want to be at the club. Eddie Nketiah starting tonight. Lacazette on the bench. Don't want to be at the club. Yeah. And Arteta was the one that came out and said that both these players in January, why didn't we buy new strikers? Oh, because these two will come through with goals. Get out of here, man.
I actually wonder what Arteta's going to say after the loss tonight.
The loss, you know.
Man, just put it there on the loss tonight, you know.
That's proper banter, man, boy.
Well, I'll tell you what, because the loss tonight will take us up to our record this year, 21-22 in the Arsenal stats, Opta stats, yeah. 17-1, 3 drawn, and 11 losses. We will lose tonight. That will take us up to 12. We'll be 1 away from what we lost last season. We're on 54 points. Basically, you know, goals, as I said, we've scored 45 goals. It just tells you we don't score enough goals. We do not score enough goals. Question to brother, who wins Fury and White? I'm going for Fury inside 3 to 5 rounds by TKL. I would have to agree with you, mate. I saw them standing off with each other. My man was just towering over him.
Yeah, the bigger the tree, the harder it falls. White's going to knock him spark out. Watch.
Listen, we'll see what happens, man. That's going to be a big one. That's going to be a big one.
I like both of them. And it's funny, I never used to like either of them. But as they've progressed and got older, I do quite like both of them.
Yeah, I think with Tyson, you know, when he had his mental health issues and then he came back, I think he's just a different perspective on boxing. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, he's dangerous, boy. Yeah. He's a big boy.
How we started, Chile? How we started? What's the game?
I mean, literally 1 minute 11 seconds, and Chelsea are attacking.
Well, and they scored yet.
They've had a goal disallowed for offside.
Really?
No.
Chile, stop it, man. Stop it. Listen, quickly. We are coming down now. And the last thing
Liverpool. I'm just going to say straight off the bat, Liverpool.
What's that?
Oh, I thought you were going to say the form table. Liverpool.
Yeah, well, we know that. Liverpool in second.
It can't be Tottenham anymore.
No.
Brentford.
Close. Chelsea.
Okay.
Brentford in third. Who's in fourth?
Tottenham.
Yeah, and then Man United are all the way down in 13 on 7th, right. On 7 points, and Arsenal in 15th on 6 points. Well, that obviously shows because of the way we've been playing the last 3 games. 3 games on the bounce, likely to lose 4 games in a row. The first time we've lost 3 games on the bounce since 1983-84 season. Absolutely
really
ridiculous. Yeah. So this one's gonna.
What's United? How many have they lost on the bounce?
They're kind of up and down.
All in with
you beat Norwich, so
yeah, that's right. Yeah. And the other thing as well, the lowest points tally for Man United after 33 games, 54 points.
Yeah.
What, the Premier League?
Yep.
Yeah. And this is what I said about taking so long to get Ollie out of there.
Yeah.
I mean, you just get because 9 draws, you know. We have drawn 9 games. I mean, it's just not good enough. It's just not good enough, man.
It's not.
Craig.
How many games have you lost?
9. So we won 15, draw 9, we lost 9. Shocking.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
that's
Especially
not
if you look at Liverpool, what have they lost? 2?
two games. It's our draws.
Man City lost 3. Yes, 7 draws for Liverpool. Yeah, lost 2.
Tottenham's one of
But
them.
that's what I'm saying about competing. We are 22 points behind Liverpool, and Liverpool still have a game in hand over us. We're not competing. 22 points. You might as well call that 25 points behind the current leaders. That's a rebuild and a half.
That's bad, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
Forget El Clasico, we got El Bantico Saturday.
Right. Yeah. And then, you know what? In the same breath, right, when Mourinho finished second behind City, we were 22 points behind them when they won the title. And now we're 25 points behind.
You're
Liverpool
going to get whooped,
going
man.
for
You're
another
not
title.
playing well.
And I'm like, there's a pattern here of double figures with the team at the top, double figures behind, and saying, yeah. And that's when Ollie kept coming out in the press conference. It's all delusional. I'm like, bro, look at the table. We're nowhere near them. Stop it.
Yeah.
But
See,
he was talking the talk.
these are the benchmarks that are setting City and Liverpool apart from the rest of the top 6, because you know you have to perform week in, week out. You have to be on it week in, week out.
And Kofi, I look at it right, and I say, if we give 10 hard time, I'm going to say we're 7 years behind you. As in 7 years to get to your level and say, we're pushing Liverpool and Man City for the title. Because he needs getting rid of these 16 players that I said, and adding I've got 8. We'll talk about on another thing. Say adding 8 or 9 players. That's going to take him at least 4 to 5 transfer windows.
But look at Liverpool. It took Liverpool that long. For years they were looking at Man United running away with it every season.
And so it's like a flip record, Chile.
Of course,
They built their team over years. They didn't go out
Man United
one week.
Man United are now the B side of the record, and Liverpool are the A side, and Man City the A side. And that turnaround is no quick turnaround. That is 6-7 years just to say, right now we're actually competing.
And that's why I said that people are saying Newcastle. I said it's going to take them 10 years minimum. Because you've got to get the player you can have as much money as you want. Mohamed Salah isn't going Newcastle, no matter how much money you offer him.
What was that? Sorry, how many minutes are you ahead?
It's 6 minutes exactly.
Is that a goal?
No.
I could hear my daughter shouting something, so I don't know.
It was a foul.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, I mean, look, tonight, I'm not expecting anything special. It'll probably be more therapy.
When was the last time you lost 4 in a row? 70s?
Probably.
What? Is he on tag for that?
But then that alone is reason enough to sack the guy.
Yeah, but they won't. They won't. You know what I mean? They won't. They've invested too much in Arteta, so that won't be happening.
But if you think last season with us and the start of this season to Christmas, how many times where it was like, if Ollie loses this, he's gone, and he pulls it out of the bag and wins.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just get rid, because it's almost like the players have said, oh no, if we lose Ollie, then boy, we're going to get a taskmaster. So that game when he's going to get fired, these guys would just be Moments FC.
Yeah.
Banging in goals.
And the thing about Arteta, he doesn't look under any pressure at all. He don't.
He probably not.
You go to press conferences, he doesn't look like, you know what I mean? He just
Norman, he's probably
waffle.
been given reassurances by the owners to say, you're our guy for the next 2 seasons. Go and do what you got to do. And if he's got that, then he's not going to sweat the decisions that he makes on the pitch.
Yeah.
Because he knows that they've already told him they're not going to fire him. Ollie had the same thing. Ollie got that. He got an extension, and I said, for what?
Yeah. Well, they're talking about giving Arteta an extension, a 2-year extension.
2 years, yeah.
Yeah. So you know what I mean. But as I said, if Chile's, if we do get into Champions League, extend that to 5.
5 years. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Because
5 years
they'll say let him rebuild. Is in the Champions
5 years of
League.
mediocrity. 5 years of mediocrity.
Trust the process.
Trust the process.
Just,
Trust
I
this.
hate
Trust
that,
that.
you know.
Non-negotiable. You name it. The man is coming out with it all, man. You know what I mean? The only thing I'm just praying for tonight is that they keep the goal difference down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So far, probably 8 minutes in, we ain't doing too bad. Do you know what I mean?
United bring back your Ronaldo. Chelsea bring back Lukaku.
Arsenal bring back the
depression.
Oh boy! Listen. On that
boy.
note, guys, thank you everybody that's in the chat. I'm gonna go off and watch the game between my fingers, and just hope for the best. If we can nick something, I'll be happy. But I can't see nothing. But a Chelsea win. I mean, I'm just watching the game now. I mean, there was a couple of chances in the early part. They're on attack now, but obviously I'm well behind. So if nobody's said any goals, but Arteta, I'm looking at the way we're playing. They're just getting around us too easy. We're defending, literally just defending in numbers.
And looks shabby, man.
Yeah.
Corner. Yeah. But then we're just as bad on set pieces. We can't defend.
All right. Oh yeah. And just latest score here: Everton and 1-0 down to Leicester at home.
Ooh.
So
I'll tell you, Frank he's sitting close to the window.
Riding it, man. He's riding,
he
bro.
really is putting himself under pressure, man.
He's riding, bro. You know what I mean?
And the thing is, we gave him an out. When they beat us, I said we've given him an out here.
Yeah.
So if he loses this one, I think he's gone.
I'll tell you, because the thing is, after that, they've got a tough away game to Liverpool, the Mersey derby, and Liverpool ain't gonna hold back, mate. I'm telling you now, they ain't gonna hold back. But guys,
Everton should sack Frank and get Rooney in. I feel sorry for Derby. They got
going down. And congratulations to Fulham.
Fulham up, and they're up there.
Did Bournemouth come as well?
I think they. I don't know if they've come up, but definitely.
I think they're in the playoffs.
They're in the
I thought the Bournemouth came automatically.
Are they all?
Not too sure. Mitrovic scoring 40 goals in the Championship, mate.
Yeah, he ain't going to do that in the Premiership.
No, just quickly. Dean Smith at Norwich, is that a record where you get fired by a Premier League club, get a new job and relegate
and
get
relegated?
Has any manager ever done that?
Well, I'd like to know if anybody could tell me that.
Boy, that's a bad year at the office, Yeah. Where you lose a decent job at Villa and say, right, I'm going to resurrect Norwich and you get them relegated. That's just like, bro.
Yeah. They'll probably end up coming back up with the parachute money. So
I know Bournemouth can still be caught. They're 77 and Huddersfield are on 73.
Yeah. Remember them, Huddersfield?
But then Huddersfield have played 2 more games than Bournemouth. Bournemouth have got 5 games to go.
They beat Huddersfield. Who did they beat the other day? Can't remember the club they beat. I was watching it. Funny enough, I was watching the game. Can't remember the club they beat, but yeah.
Look at this guy, man. How's he on the pitch?
Oh, jeez.
Lukaku.
Yeah, well, he just what minute are you at now?
He has to play
11:26.
Okay.
Chile. On that kind of money, he has to play him at times. He's got no choice.
Yeah, well, funny enough, saying that Tuchel came out and said that he still believes in Lukaku and he wants to give him every chance of that. So look, he decides to play him tonight, maybe get his confidence up. And listen, anybody playing against Arsenal can get their confidence up. Brighton did it. Yeah, Crystal Palace did it.
I actually still don't understand why he came back.
What, he was Chelsea?
Yeah, he was doing so well.
Yeah.
With Milan, I just like, bro, what were you thinking there?
Yeah.
Bigger league, and maybe he felt he had something to prove.
Yeah. Well, he's proven that Timberland's still fit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who sold him to them? Was it United?
Yeah. United sold him. Yeah, we sold him. Yeah. Because Ollie was playing him on the left wing, wasn't he? Ollie was totally disrespecting him. And he was like, bro, get out of here. Get out of Old Trafford.
Where's Tavares playing? Is he playing left back or what?
Arsenal. 1-0 Arsenal.
Wow.
Eddie Nketiah. Eddie Nketiah.
Yeah.
Is it?
You're joking.
Who scored? Nketiah.
Right.
Eddie Nketiah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Nketiah.
I apologize, Eddie Nketiah. Get out of here, man. You're still a League One player. But bro, 1-0 Arsenal. Bro, let me see this guy. I'm gonna watch this. Let me watch this while we're talking.
Really?
1-0.
1-0 to
look
the
at
Arsenal.
that defending.
1-0.
Oh, the
1-0
defending.
To the Arsenal, 1-0. To the Arsenal, 1-0.
Oh,
To the Arsenal, 1-0.
Mate.
To the Arsenal.
It's all because of the defender.
What a
Arsenal
mistake by Chelsea. So I haven't seen it yet. So this will be interesting. And you know the funny thing is, last season, they made a big, when we beat them 1-0, they made a big mistake playing a back pass, and I think it was
That's what he
Smith Rowe that
just
got onto
tried
it.
to do.
Same thing that happened last season.
I don't know if it's a back pass or he's trying to square it to the other defender, but he just put it in Nketiah's path.
But listen, I'm not going to get too.
First
I'm not going to get too happy.
goal this season.
His first Premier League all season, mate.
That's mad, isn't it?
My gosh! Here we go.
Mad.
Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. I'm seeing it now.
Wow.
Right, don't do the phone thing. I know he's going to do the phone thing. Wait, what's
Yeah,
it?
he did do it.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do the phone thing. Don't do the phone thing, bro.
So what is that about the phone thing, Norman?
I don't know. I don't know.
But if you've scored your first goal in April for the
Yeah.
season, you ain't to do no phone thing, no love heart, no
No,
nothing.
just
Yeah,
go
yeah.
back, pick the ball up, and go again.
I'll give you one fist pump. That's it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But listen, guys,
Very funny.
I'm gonna have to now leave because another meeting is meant to be going on, and I'm meant to be on that as well. So I don't know how it's going to roll. But listen, guys, I want to thank everybody in the chat. Big up to Big D, big up to Chili, big up to Kofi.
Big up to
let's see
Craig
what-
and Jay.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens next week. He's got his upgrade from a Nokia to an iPhone 6. But listen, it's been a pleasure. Thank you again. Please hit the like button, subscribe and share if you're new. And I will see you on the next What's Going On podcast. Take care and God bless.
All right, guys. You